Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Metaphysical Moonlighters. This is Dee, and this is going to be your November 2018 astrology forecast. Now, the first thing I want to start talking about is the fact that Jupiter is moving into Sagittarius on November 9th, okay? Jupiter has been in Scorpio for over a year, and it is time for it to move on. So, for you, Gemini, Jupiter is moving into your area of your life dealing with partnerships. Okay, so that's something you have to look forward to. Let's talk about some planetary activity. We have Mercury and Venus retrograde at some point this month. Okay, Mercury is going to be in Sagittarius all month. It goes retrograde on November 17th. And then Venus will be in Libra all month. And it it is retrograde until November 15th. So we have Mercury retrograde starting on November 17th, and we have Venus retrograde until November 15th. Okay, now let's look at Mars. Mars is going to be in Aquarius for half the month. Then the other half of the month, it moves into Pisces, where it will be in your area of life dealing with your career. So you might see more action in your area of life dealing with your career around that time once Mars moves into Pisces. Let's talk about some aspects, okay? Now, these dates are exact, but don't get hung up on these dates, okay? Because with aspects, you can start feeling the energy of that aspect a little bit before the exact date and also a little bit after this date, okay? Now, everyone of every sign feels the energy from these aspects. However, some people feel it more intensely than others. And sometimes you have some people who really don't feel it at all. However, let's start. Okay, November 6th, we have a trine. We have the sun in a trine to Neptune. Okay, this is a great day for self reflection. Okay, now the only thing to watch out for on this day is trying to help too many people at the detriment of hurting yourself. On November 9th, we have another trine. We have Venus in a trine to Mars. Okay, now this aspect. Venus, for you, Gemini, Venus is going to be in your area of life dealing with creativity. And then Mars in Aquarius is going to be in your area of life dealing with your higher knowledge. So this is a day where you might feel more assertive. It's a day where you will want to communicate directly with others. And it's also a day where you might have an increased sex drive. Okay. Now, on November 17th, we have another square. We have Mercury in a square to the dreamy planet Neptune. So this might be a day where you feel a little bit more confused than normal. You might feel like you're walking around in a fog. Um, just beware of misunderstandings on this day. And it's only because when Neptune is involved, sometimes you can just feel like you're floating on air sometimes, like you're in a dream, like you're um it's like you're having a waking dream. Some people feel like that. Okay. So this is also a day that's not too good to sign contracts, only because you might tend to not really lie, but not really tell the whole truth around this time. Okay. You might be doing that and you might notice that in others. Okay. So that's just something to keep an eye on because you can still sign contracts when Mercury is retrograde. You can still buy technology. However, you have to be extra vigilant when Mercury is retrograde because you might tend to overlook something. That's the only reason why, we say that it's not an ideal time because you might really tend to overlook some things. Now, let's keep moving on because we have another square. We have Mars in a square to Jupiter. Okay. Now, Jupiter is in your area of life. At this time, this is on November 19th. Jupiter is going to be in Sagittarius in your area of life dealing with your partnerships, okay? And then Mars in Pisces is going to be in your area of life dealing with your career. So this is going to be a good aspect for you because anything you're trying to accomplish, it is more than likely to be successful at this time. Okay, because you'll have lots of energy, you'll be very optimistic, and you will feel strong mentally and physically. So it's a great time for you. Now let's look at November 26th because we have the sun in a conjunction to Jupiter. Okay, and remember, Jupiter at this point in time, which is November 26th, is going to be in your partnership area. So surrounding your partnerships, you will feel optimistic, you will be enthusiastic. Now, on the same day, we have a square. We have Mercury in a square to Mars. Okay, so Mercury will be in your partnership area, and then Mars is going to be in Pisces in your career area. So, surrounding your career and your partnerships, you might feel a little bit irritable or confrontational on that day. But this is a great day for defending your beliefs. Now, let's look at November 27th. On November 27th, we have some conjunctions. We have the sun in a conjunction to Mercury. This is a great time for starting a new business. We also have Mercury in a conjunction to Jupiter. This is a day where a lot of people will be able to comprehend lots of ideas. It's a great day for businesses. It's a great day for taking care of business and taking care of paperwork. The only thing to watch out for is that your comprehension will be so broad that you might tend to overlook the small details. Okay. Now also there's an opposition on November 30th. We have Venus in an opposition to Uranus, okay? So at this time, Venus is going to be in Libra in your area of life dealing with creativity, fun, romance, and then Uranus will be moving back into Aries in your area of life dealing with friendships. So there's going to be some friction in relation to maybe romance and friendship or creativity and friendship. So that's something to watch out for. Now let's look at the moon. Okay, the new moon is going to be in Scorpio. For you, this is going to be in your area of your life dealing with health, vitality, and your daily routine. Now, if you don't know exactly where Scorpio falls in your personal birth chart, then contact me for a birth chart interpretation. Now, I'm just going to pull one card from my angels deck, and this is going to be your message, Gemini, for this new moon. It's something that you can focus on if you don't know how to read your birth chart. Okay, here we go. So this is your message. This is something you can focus on at this new moon. It says, have confidence. I'm just going to read a little bit from the card. It says, moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will push you. We will send courage and faith your way. So just remember that around this new moon, Gemini. Now, for you, the full moon is going to be in your sign on November 23rd. So if there's any negativity you need to release surrounding your outlook on life, surrounding your demeanor, your personality, this is a great time to release any negativity surrounding those topics. Okay, so that's everything I wanted to talk about in this session. Um, of course, there are other aspects we can talk about, but we don't want the video to be too long. So I have to choose which aspects that I will talk about each month. So also, if you would like a birth chart interpretation, I am offering 50% off of my audio birth chart interpretations, which makes the cost only $20. You have to be a subscriber to this channel in order to get this discount. So go on ahead and subscribe today if you haven't done so already. And also, don't forget to like this video and share the video with your family and your friends. Now, if you need to contact me, you can email me at citrineshaka@gmail.com. And you can also visit my website, metaphysicalmoonlighters.com. Now, until next month, Gemini, enjoy your month.